Hello all, I am Professor Polly, and I am here to tell you of an exciting journey I recently had with some of my closest friends. This journey not only takes us to a natural history museum to look at fossils from another time, it also ends up taking us back, way back, in a time before automobiles, before Starbucks and before humans. So get ready for yet another adventure of me, Professor Polly.
His flight. Professor Polly seeks what's right. A toucan bold with colors bright. His shadow dances in the moonlight. Professor Polly, so daring, so grand, feathered hero of this untamed land. With his beak held high, he makes his stand. Adventure calls under his command.
This adventure-filled episode is Professor Polly the Time-Traveling Toucan. During a fun-filled Saturday with my friends Burton and Hardy, we visited a nearby natural history museum to see a new fossil exhibit that showed a recently discovered bird fossil called an Archaeopteryx. This particular exhibit was especially an interest to me because, hello! I'm a bird! After explaining to my friends the true importance of birds to life on Earth, I felt they needed a little more understanding. I only thought this because after my fourth time explaining to them, they seemed a little bored with the whole conversation. This is when something astonishing happened. Just as I was going to show my friends a PowerPoint presentation of the importance of birds that I had saved on my phone, a strange glow coming for the fossil caught my eye. As we watched, the glow intensified. The fossil began to spin, and in a blink of an eye, we were standing in a jungle. Not just a jungle, but a prehistoric jungle. A place where, if I remembered correctly, was the home of my ancestor, the Archaeopteryx. Although not a direct ancestor, the Archaeopteryx is the link between non-flying dinosaurs and birds. Excited by the chance to see these extinct creatures up close, I encouraged Burton and Hardy to explore this lost world with me. They decided to stay where they were to try to figure out how to return home. I told them I would explore this unknown jungle with hopes of finding my winged ancestor. I also promised to return soon to help find a way back. So, as I took my first leap into the prehistoric sky, I wondered what adventure laid in store for me and my friends. That question would be answered sooner than I expected. As I flew over this untamed wilderness of the past, I noticed how truly wondrous this land was. No buildings, no cars, only endless trees and smoldering volcanoes. And then, out of nowhere, a beast from the ground stood. I was in his way. Using my keen knowledge of the primeval beast, I knew not to move. Hopefully, he would not be able to see me. As I stood motionless, I discovered this massive animal was not interested in a toucan. He had his eyes on a bird nest. Not just any bird nest, but a nest from an Archaeopteryx. The Tyrannosaurus was hungry, and not for me. As the furious animal looked to make his move toward the eggs, the bird dinosaur took to the air to defend her nest. Hovering close to the nest, she prepared for the worst, but she was determined to save her family. Seeing this drama unfold before my eyes, I decided to take action. I was going to help that mother save her babies. With little regard for my own well-being, I decided to attempt to get the beast to chase me, hoping it would forget about the eggs. With my athletic abilities and my superb flying skills, I was pretty confident I could fly to safety while getting the Tyrannosaurus away from the nest. With the safety of the eggs accomplished, I now had to figure out how to get rid of this dinosaur that was chasing me. Maybe I didn't quite think this plan through all the way. However, just as I was about to give up, fate stepped in and helped me out. From seemingly out of nowhere, another large tyrannosaur came charging out of the trees. Obviously, not appreciating another dinosaur was in his territory, the two attacked each other in a violent clash of titans. Loud roars filled the jungle and the ground trembled. I was in awe of watching the two kings of this primeval world fight for superiority. I also took that opportunity to get away and find Burton and Hardy to try and figure out a way off of this land that was lost in time. When I returned to my friends, I found them playing cards. They told me they might have figured out a way home. This was excellent news. They explained that by me dropping a mobile phone while we were at the museum may have triggered some sort of rift in time. They also thought that using my mobile phone now may trigger that same connection to take us home. Before we left, they were astonished to hear about my heroic adventure to save the Archaeopteryx eggs. Just as I finished with my exciting recounting of the day's adventure, we all felt a thunderous pounding on the ground. We all knew what was heading our way. We didn't want to be here when that prehistoric brute came running out of the trees. With my cat-like reflexes, I pulled my phone out. This would be the moment to know if our plan worked or if we would be T-Rex's next lunch. With anxiety high, I instructed the phone what to do. Hopefully they were the correct instructions. In an instant, we were being transported to where we could not be sure. At least it would be away from the jaws of the Tyrannosaurus. As we began to travel, I felt we weren't going directly home. In fact, I felt we were nowhere near home. Where was this time vortex taking us? This is definitely not home. I wonder what adventure awaits me now.
Professor Polly with the beak so bright, he dreams of castles in the moonlit
Please stay
night.
tuned for the next
Maps
Professor
along
Polly,
in a
the
cloud
time-traveling
line.
toucan adventure.
He seeks the treasures the world left behind. Oh, Polly, Polly, take to the skies through jungle whispers and mountain cries, with feathers bold and a daring heart. Every journey